Hello, everybody. This is Quantum Fear and Xavier. We are back after 6 very long months of, well, doing other things. Real life sucks sometimes. Say hi, Xavier.
Hello, and I'm sure you missed us, everybody.
Oh yeah, everybody can't do without their, gruesome twosome.
That's right.
Okay, so today we are going to continue our prolonged quest of trying to get to level 90, as apparently taking as long as possible.
Yep.
And I'm going to sign us up for the Dungeon Finder right now.
Excellent.
Do you want to just do random? Do you want or like?
Yeah, let's do random. We'll get the extra bonuses off of it.
Okie
Yeah.
There. All right.
There
So let us go here. Where's our closest thing to do?
Looks like there's a right in the water behind us.
Yep. And you'll notice that I actually have a brandy new pet. If you happen to be following the thing, it's a bear, my beloved bear. I have been always used bears and with my hunters. There's no reason not to, because they are just that badass.
They really are.
As soon as I get out of the water and get stupid water elements will get away from me. Hey, where'd you go? Oh,
Right behind you.
yeah,
I took
no,
the
I
shortcut.
was talking to my bear. He went the long ass way.
Well, your pet's not as suicidal as you are and just jumping off
Yeah,
everything.
basically.
Oh, good. Is this just a kill thing? Oh, good.
Yeah,
It's just a
just
kill,
kill
not an
all of
actual
them.
collect things.
Oh, and then we have to kill. Yeah. All right.
Because we know how well those work
Yeah.
for
I
us.
wonder if I can track. Can I track water elementals? I can! Yay! Oh, this makes things much easier. Of course, your water elemental will get in my way, but what have you?
That's true. Don't shoot mine.
Oh well, it doesn't make a difference. Die, you stupid piece of water!
That's right.
And yes, after 6 months, we are both extremely rusty.
Speak for yourself.
Oh,
My main is a mage, so I remember how to do
my
this.
main's a hunter too. So, but I still had spent 5 minutes looking at all the dang buttons, going, "All right, what does this all do?"
Well, it's not like hunters are very difficult. Send in pet, auto shoot, collect loot.
That's a little more to it than that, Mister.
Yeah,
You're not a whole lot better.
that's true. Mine is frostbolt with macro to tell pet to attack.
Exactly. At least I hit two buttons. Got to exercise those fingers.
Hey, I hit 2 and sometimes 3 when I freeze them in place. Very
Gotta keep
challenging.
my fingers limbered up for when I play League of Legends.
Oh, that's right. It is better than the arcane mage one though. 1 1 1 1 2
Yeah.
1 1.
Yeah.
Although I think it's gotten better. I haven't played arcane since I came back, so I guess they got some serious nerfs in recent patches. And
Yeah?
someone said somewhere that frost is actually now the dominant rating spec, which I find
Wow, that's actually
impossible to believe.
it's really kind of rough.
So,
Well, these
but hey,
underwater ones are a whole lot easier now that you have like 4 hours. You can hold your breath.
yeah. In fact, it's almost worse because you forget about it, and then when you realize it, you're screwed because you're at the
Right.
bottom of the lake, and it's like, oh, it takes me longer than 10 seconds to get to the top now.
Yeah.
See,
That
when
was
it
so
was like
great
30
about
seconds,
when I was
conscious of it.
like a druid. I would just clean up.
Yeah. I miss my hydrocane. I really do. It's like,
Your
oh, I need to be
snorkel,
underwater.
your staff snorkeling.
Staff of snorkeling.
Yeah,
Yes.
you want to tell the story of how you got it and when?
In Vanilla WoW, way back when.
When Vanilla WoW being what?
Vanilla WoW being the first expansion, so 2006, I think.
Yeah, I thought
was-
Vanilla WoW was before the expansions, before Crusader. Burning
Yeah, Vanilla WoW.
Crusades.
Yeah, the original World of
Yeah,
Warcraft.
the original game. Oh, there we go.
Original game. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No.
Uh,
Just got the dungeon invite. Did you get one?
I did. I just want to make sure we got. Hang on, we got time to collect, and there's one more we need to kill, just because we're in the middle of it. Basically, just doing a quest, and
All right, there we go.
the loot drop from the boss was this hydro cane, and nobody else needed it, and so I said, okay, well, I grabbed it, and I was like, then I noticed it lets you breathe underwater, and so it's been in my bag on my main ever since over the past 6.5 years,
Yeah. That's
because you never know when you need to be underwater for long
Yeah.
periods of time. So it's just Staff of Snorkeling is the nickname that we gave it, and it's been sitting in his bag, and with the exception of the Hearthstone, it's probably the item that I've had the longest in this game. So.
I can't switch with these characters. I forgot it.
All right. So, oh, good. That works out. I actually have quests to finish in here to eventually turn in.
Yeah, I got one. So do I.
Because last time we did this, I kept
Yeah,
DCing.
DCing.
My internet connection sucked. But now I have a spiffy, better internet connection, so we shouldn't, quote unquote, have this problem.
All right, so I gotta make sure to turn my cower on.
There you go. So we've got heirloomed up tank, always good.
And a little flippy panda.
Yep. Yep. Who has heirlooms as well? So yeah, we should. Although
should.
they're PvP ones, but it still works.
Well, best part is since they're all like heirloomed out. If anything does drop worth mentioning, We gets it.
Well, I guess this patch was supposed to introduce heirloom shields, but they got pulled because of there was some problem with the mechanics.
I mean, they don't just push forward with their stuff like Maxis did with Sims. Wow, I'm impressed.
Oh, yeah, which is surprising because usually EA makes them put out stuff quickly, but Blizzard, one thing about them is if something really doesn't work, they won't release it because they know
I forgot EA owns Blizzard. I forgot about that.
Yep.
EA basically tried to own everybody apparently, and they completely screwing up some things. They should just stick to sports games, in my opinion. They seem to do those really, really well.
Yeah. Yeah, the Madden games are awesome. It's just
Madden games, FIFA. Those everybody, the people who play those love them, but then they go around and just completely screw up like SimCity. I mean, how do you screw up SimCity exactly?
I know. Well, it's that whole like having to be online and the whole basically the servers just couldn't handle the load.
Well, not just that, but the development time was cut. Yep, made it. Was cut like into like a third from what they wanted.
Oh, yeah, see, that's never a good thing. I mean, I understand wanting to get a product out there.
And because EA said, hey, you want to get this out quickly. And actually, they did the same thing to Mass Effect in BioWare. It was just Mass Effect people, they at least they had a few years on that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dang it!
Did you hit disengage?
Yes.
And you went into the water?
Yes.
It's good to be back.
That means I gotta go all the way around, don't I?
More than likely, yes. Did you get jumped by anything?
I'm about to be. Where's my faint death? I don't know. Alright, so, you know what? Alright, so just in case I do edit this, welcome back. Nothing actually interesting happened except I completely fell into the water. I am very unhappy about that. And now I'm trying to catch up to everybody else because everybody is really far away.
And there was much chuckling.
And there was much chuckling. And I'm pretty sure that the leader thinks I'm a complete idiot.
Well, to be honest, no one's actually said anything and you haven't been booted yet.
What's this? Anything? That's exactly what I have right now. Okay.
Oh, those gloves?
Yeah.
I was just going to say, I'm like, please tell me you can actually get those, because those are, like, literally perfect for you.
Yeah, no, I already own them. They're actually exactly what I have on right now.
Oh, that's good to know.
Oh, looks like someone else wanted them anyway. Who is this person? Oh, of course!
Hooray, I'm losing to the tank on...
Die for me, bear! Die!
He's got full heirlooms, so never mind. I just realized that I was being beat by the tank on DPS, but that's actually okay, because he's heirloomed and I'm not. And it really is amazing the difference that heirlooms make in this game, even beyond the experience points. Just the fact that you're basically wearing, if you kit them out, you're wearing over half your gear is all blues effectively all the time.
Yeah, but it kind of makes the game boring. I mean, one of the best things about it is how as you play, your gear changes.
Yeah,
but that's why I seriously think that they should make heirlooms, specifically heirlooms, that they level up every 10 levels, they should change shape. I mean, nothing like specific, but like, hey, there's a new little thingy at the end, or it just changes like. I don't know, maybe they give you like a range of skins to use or something, you know?
I suppose, but I mean, you can get around that with transmogging. I mean, if you get a piece of gear from questing that you like the look of, just transmog your heirloom piece into that, and then next time you...
But I think it'd be cool to see like an heirloom staff go from like basically a big stick.
Yep.
To,
to something that looks amazing at the end.
Crap.
Yeah. I mean, it's completely doable. They had the legendary staff in Cataclysm. I mean, it was a quest chain you went through, but that staff, literally, you start out with a staff, and it was just this, I mean, it was a neat-looking staff, but it was pretty basic, and by the end of it, it was this huge, staff with this, big, not really eyepiece. I mean, it changed over time, so it's definitely doable. Obviously, it's just a huge amount of...
Right, and I think that would be just fantastic. I mean, specifically the staff idea, where it goes from, basically a wonky little stick, the broken stick, as it were, and then by the time you hit level 85, it's like one of those glowy, Stafford Jordan like things.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That would just be so badass. And
I think it would be amazing.
So,
I mean, you're right. At least for the weapons, because there aren't that many weapons in the game.
Right.
I mean, armor pieces. Obviously, there's a ton. So again, you're talking about some serious design time.
Right. I don't know. But it doesn't even necessarily have to be like like their own thing. I mean, just take. Oh, someone just dinged.
Wasn't me.
Oh, it was our priest.
Oh, well, it's always nice. I know our tank is leveled up, so.
And it would just. Am I party leader?
No, the warrior is.
I just. Am I whipped on? Yeah, I'm whipped zip. It says I'm party leader.
Oh, you're party leader for you and I.
Oh yeah. Oops. Oh, group. No. What is this? A raid? Oh, that's weird. I don't know. Whatever. I don't even.
Boy, it has been a while, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has. Sorry for the crappy ass play. Go ahead and call me a noob if you want. It has been 6 months since I played, so.
Oh, not me.
I didn't ask your opinion, mister.
You get it anyway. Free of charge.
Oh, yeah.
Keep trying to hit my ice barrier, and I'm like, oh, don't have it yet. Damn it!
I gotta move my disengage. Apparently, it's right in the middle. I put it on 3. Apparently, back in the day, I could remember not to hit 3, but now it's like I keep hitting it, and I keep just jumping backwards all of a sudden.
Oh, yeah, that's not really a skill I'd want to have. Like, not where I don't want
There.
to. It's like having your blink and your sheep button right next to each other, and when they ask you to sheep something, you blink into the middle of them.
Yeah, don't do that, folks, either, people.
One of the funniest things I have ever witnessed in this game period, flat out. And there's no chance the person's actually going to be watching this video, but I'm not going to say their character name anyway, because it was probably one of the biggest moments you could ever do as a mage. But what the hell, we got time for this. The guild that my main is in was raiding Serpent Shrine Cavern back in Burning Crusade, and 25-man raid back then, and several of the pulls had a part where they would have mages sheep the casters so that we could kill the rest and move on, because you couldn't really chain pull. You kind of had to pick things off at one at a time.
This is back when the raiding was actually difficult.
Right, when and getting above 1,000 DPS in a raid was considered to be a heroic feat. That was like congratulations. So this is a pretty normal pull. We done all the times. 2 mages, usually myself and one other mage, would stand in front of the group. We would face the mobs. We'd each have one target to sheep. As soon as it sheeped it, we would turn around and blink back to the back of the group, because we would pull aggro on everyone, because back then polymorph still basically, if you polymorph something, you drew aggro on everything else. So we both were standing there, and the raid leader gives a command to sheep. I sheep my target, and next thing I see is the other mage standing beside me blink right into the middle of the pack of mobs and proceed to get chewed up in about 0.5 seconds. Once the chaos was done, he basically admitted that he had his blink and his sheep button, or polymorph button, right next to each other, and he clicked the wrong one. So from that point on, anytime we were sheeping, he was always asked, did you move your blink button or your sheep button to the other side of the keyboard? To which you responded with, yes.
That's the real problem with having a group where you continuously raid with it. You get moments like that, and they just rib you about it forever.
Oh yeah, yeah. That was pretty much his moment. Everybody had them. I mean, I had my own that I'm not going to share because I don't want to get ribbed. But
that's not fair. You throw someone else under the bus, but you don't do it yourself.
Yeah, but I'm not saying who he is.
I never made a mistake. Of course, I didn't raid all that much. Well, back in Burning Crusade, I did.
Yeah, you did. I was actually thinking of an incident in vanilla WoW with a certain very long dungeon that took all day. But that's okay. You weren't the only one to make that mistake that day.
I wasn't part of that.
Yeah, you were.
Well, I was part of it. Then I left and then came back.
Correct.
I mean, I left for a few hours.
Yes. I think I was in the entire run. I think it was 7.5 hours to do that
for a 5-man.
A 5-man. Yes, 7.5 hours.
Of course, back then the 5-mans took 4 hours. I mean, they weren't short, but
I mean, some of them were like you had to do them in sections, not because the game made you, but because it just took too freaking long.
The whole thing, yeah.
Stratholme, Blackrock's Depths. Blackrock Depths was a pain in the butt because nobody knew where they were going.
Yeah. Well, not just that, but so few people did it. I had such a hard time getting I think they were tier half at that point.
The dungeon level, level 1
First, back then, again, boy, we're sounding old. Back then, if you had like a bunch of blues, you were decked out. If you had even 1 purple, you were above average.
I was very happy. I managed to get 2 epics before the end of
I think I had 2. I might have had 3, but the third one was just like an item that really didn't amount to much, but it was purple, so I counted it.
Was that the one that you had like the drop, like your first epic drop?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
That Lay of Lilies, whatever. The one they gave you food or something like that.
It was some sort of stone. I don't specifically remember what.
Right. Do you still have it?
No. I'm not as nostalgic about this stuff as you are.
Fair enough. I still have my first 2 epics. They were the sorcerer pieces, which were the upgrades for the dungeon pieces that you had to actually quest to upgrade.
I don't have. I wanted to get all 5 pieces before I went through.